Well, I was here for me, so Ghana for me, Muna na enyumre. Me mo adwo mo akwa baba XYZ tonight with TV XYZ. E ka den ka make dwabase e Power FM. Me dia na Prince Kwame Minke free sabre ekosi ebra dwumadi no beba na wie ye don hwere ba ko yi. Ye bedi nkomo bi san nkomo na hu hia pa. Ura ye prisons ho a ye fiase wo Ghana ha. Eno ma obehu no eni e time. Because years back, me nua Samuel Ajman, and that 1 year in Central Nibu. That's why you're in the Juma post. Why ye documentary be ma, and I'm sad documentary no year anything when you award. One is Central for the drone, a year documentaries be around conditions and what your prisons mo. That's the same way, Mekai say a buyer man, a home so I'm here did come a fiasi project be so a man a home so. And ne ye kase ubin kodem ubie di money, uncle dem. Na wako dem no serve a sentence on ya kono free prison na wasa beka ye nchen a eya na say ni hunu oni akono eya na ene yo no ne entia wako ho no ya na asesa na eba prison reformer saying the city e na ye prisons na nkasa no e hotebia no saying the city e na ye nkomo na ye betwetwe no ye mfa bibia ansie mo sede mfonyi ni city e no sa pepepe ene e betwa a kire mo na nia ye ne beba bekasa ena anwumbre eye kasamafo pani ema eye Ghana Prison Service CSP Courage Achem ofia ha yebensie well, my friend na say kase pa Emma Health Alert Clinic na yade bi account bi a we call Health Alert Clinic a doctor for ne enimdefo a nyamesuro ene nimde ewo mu no ombegina omumfidie ne so no mahwe na enura omode be ma no yankasa ye kuro mu de ntina da ne da nyina da Health Alert adwumayefo nyina se ye kono heba ana se ye kono heba omode ebibidro be hwew sakoye cranko diabetes sakoye cranko hypertension fani nyina akodan Health Alert Clinic omo number no you be display on screen so e dey achemo but XYZ tonight no it's also live on Facebook TV XYZ and afi so wo YouTube TV XYZ baby a wo bia so hwe wo YouTuber make sure say subscribe button no wo de cares anako team so say be ya dan dan nyina ye beba TV no so no obetimi enya atenka na say ebe notify say ya ba TV no so now so abeka dwumadi no ho te say dem di kan no na e kasa mafo pani Emma Ghana Prison Service CSP Courage Achem na nanwumre ye nkoma twetwe no menini mienu ebe gina ye fiase said ye tebia ne sitie enoma akoye mmoa ya na efiri aban ho ye ba omo nchen anase mmoa kra ma saa na etia na ne nyina ye kwachinsa ye bebusa no bransa na no asem bi a edi ntre ha ewo oman Ghana me pese me bo mu kakra bi danu ya na ye nya ne nte ye se abrantie bi a woye meranim ni a ne din de kwasi afrifa ode krata bi koma General Legal Council na wo mo muaye free say na asem bi e fa no ho abeto General Legal Council ho na saa asem no hene bi na ma so de koye se waye niamo nsem bi nti omonhwe ohene na asem no so na omontwe owura meranim ni afrifa so na afrifa wode ni muaye ema General Legal Council no and obo mumu say Chief Justice Ghana has a yekase penny pa wada yatem tenia no ono ne Chief Justice anim yeboa ono anim yeboa no wo lawyer free fasem no emu no age ademudie 5 million every ohene no ho na a free fa no kan won krata anim say asema ohene no eka kire no na saa asem we abe ya asem kese a edo man Ghana manfo bebre say e wase ye pen pomasi bre na anu ya Chief Justice yifa Judicial Council so anase Judicial Service so etwe krata me nya ne nte say wa ma asem no so dia koma CID say CID for enye nhwehwemu kopem say asem no ye be pen pomasi bre na ene sabidi kan ka kire mo dwabase e wo Power 97.9 se medanim ni kwasi afrifa na wo kọ Ghana Police Service ene wonya kọ ho wonya kọ CID de ne ho kọmaaye bidika bo mu anopa no wo radio so say na kwasi afrifa edikan dia beto dwa say apostle wo ho a obese o ma besi na chi or one no about the office. It in one being here say, what then a whole bachelor said a bayer or no so near a war Emma a bebwa a post for the Jumano, what Timmy Ediama. Then after 5 hours, I want in up a post for the shed dema, no more or more to no more din common. Will peer by, and another answer, therefore, a pese who said, Nasem no kind, none was the son, and I say, I said no, I'm master, and one would shed your course. No
information. You may have to do with it. All that I would say is that any.
Please stand here, please.
No, I don't want to give you.
All that you have to say is that
I have not done anything wrong. If you look at the accusations against me, I have given my response. The response is now public knowledge. What else can I say? So, I don't have anything to say.
Dinasa only the Tiawa. Assembly a yaka fan home, assembly a yaka tiano, or the Nimua Yaba. When you be bio, a can the soso. Nia waka, a wakra taswa, abetoja, obia, etibiken can be a yadamu, ensem, achremo, radio Sony TV sono. Sasam, what dasu jina, a wa. Say, one no waka say, a year, Chief Justice, paid ye winimino, a free, a year or any now, dear Samno, I got 2 General Council and nimino, paid you winimino. Chief Justice Ajia de Mudier 5 million. E asem kesi o. A Ghana for hu hia pa se e wo se di akire kopem se be pe ne puma sibre. Ye betimi ye di akire na ye benya emuaye na ye pe na na. Eno ne questions a Ghana for e bi se fi se asem e fa Chief Justice won ye e fa oman Ghana ye judiciary already there are various institutions a wo mo dwumadie no anye ne atete asim. Na no anas aremi anas ekoye ne number ne investigative work on the judiciary no somebody nsem amafo kan ye aye hu se na judge fo bi wo video mu wo mo je mponche ne honkro ne ba no somebody nsem agana fo kan eno na am na behia eno nti Ghana fo bebre di akire se asem wei e wo so ye pe ne poma sibre asabre die se wudi boni wo krom ha na judge boot ebu atenya aye boots ye ka se what the far ye ma so a prison ye de wo kɔ na prison na ye de wo kɔ no e betima boawo am wetimi asua bibi na daachi bi ye yi wo pia wa be nipa foforo ana eno ne asema ye ba be di na anwumbre e wo Xyz tonight na te se ne di kan no wona e kasama fo panyi e wo Ghana Prison Service owura CSP Courage achem mama na kwaba CSP etizan anwumbre
adomara
edanyamia say na Ghana Prison Service mo normal to say eye mudwumadie ne bibia ekoso ho no say na normal musitie
nyame dase mami fa enchiama ahwefo no nyina na me can quickly it also say etwie no anye papa enti omofa enchemi
say ti e di say very 50 enti anya be woman na the prof na wo no
me dase but
I was just asking, I mean, how are things? I mean, with regards to Ghana Prison Service, I mean, are things okay? Are they normal?
Generally, I would say you're not doing badly at all.
You're not doing badly. Okay, so you're not doing badly. Dear panel, check.
You know, the NRCD 46 of 1972 that gives us our mandate says that it shall be the duty of the Ghana Prison Service to ensure the safe custody and welfare of prisoners, and whenever practicable, undertake the reformation and rehabilitation. And they just say, your mandate, no, core mandate, say, you better ensure safe custody. Safe custody, which say, you are convicted or be, say, on serving prison term or your home man. You better send any and free home. One, safe custody. Say, you better say, obey, you're under your care. Up to the time a court in Ediaman say on service or
meaning say born ho ban
you born ho ban
said be bibia nkoto no poison or fa bibi
exactly it's in twofold. The benefits are in twofold. One, say you who say or any pabonini just say he is not fit to be in the society. Let's say an armed robber say or dasu a kroma it will be difficult for some people to go about their normal duties. Until we keep him safe, so that all the others can go about their duties, safely. And secondly, on his own interest, if I say, he repeat younger sister, I say, oh, who send me?
No,
will you let me go free?
You
will attack me. Until we keep them safe in our custody, so that nobody from outside can come and attack them, and then they will also not run away to go and disturb the society.
Okay.
So that is in two folds.
Okay. But you remember, sir, no man, you know, you are watching because you're coming to train a one a but I dear about me, person who say, meaning say, will play a critical role. I mean, in terms of more social role, in terms of discharging with duties, Now, reformation, say, ubi, ebekwa de fiase. Now, when you are doing such a be, and as a tibiano woman, nam 20 or quite fiase, no, a better son, a dear bakwa moye. 1 year, what do we near who so far? Any said ye, Majuma is so far. No, who bet me a case is soupy. Says Sadio, one bomb home or damn pa.
Say. In terms of information, I can say, ye did hold you my pa. As I say, the number of people who go on discharge in a month compared to the number of people who go to re-offend almost buy a hormone. A compare, you can say,
Mama figures.
Oh, I don't have a specific figures here to give you, but I'm saying that.
But at the end of the day, dance.
For instance,
Mama dancing.
For instance, okay, we have 45 prisons.
Oh, Ghana.
And in all these facilities, every day, Biano, people back out, or one prison or the other, and now 2 or 3 or 4.
So, said, yeah.
I mean, almost we almost sentence almost coffee.
Or 7
years we all coffee. And in about a month, on average, like I said, we release about 50 inmates on average, 50. How many times do you hear in a month say ex-convict be as an uncle?
To boy, ya mudi umachi, unia mukoyana. More monitoring mechanism be.
But ye chill be not ex-convict. The police are able to determine.
Your Ghana, I'm for Brady Bonnet. Of course, Ghana is society, and it's possible say being bit my bonnet wabra. Yan for your new. It's in a mibus, and who be here as a mibus say more monitoring, more quiet, more monitor. They said ye see in other countries. Our more report to check. Or more officers be said by a beshe or mana muntuoni no more ye do metino. It means you are Ghana.
No, currently our mandate is over those in our custody. Until once you leave our custody, we don't have any power over you. So we don't monitor.
Then you're dangerous.
That is not our responsibility.
No, but your concern. As Ujana Manako. Ubia and Monitano. Nam ye Ghana has say and in fact says society in the bed saying a camera say a comes out what didn't crack or can one ye two no between
danger the society we have as Ghanaian society, there is this stigma on ex-convicts until you feel say a job be out of free to the free society. That's a sign that stigma may follow the person. Maybe I'll buy your home, I could see maybe a carpenter near, was a carpentry, or go out, I could establish a carpentry shop. After you sign Eddie if you come to even get to know, say, or ex-convict, the share, what can say, the name won't tell you.
But the way I was sounding confident, it means because we're prison, and to tear bane and with the widow Mumua, and ma. What mean as I could go drink a say, I brought move free prison or myself almost sentence area. No, I'm going to say, yeah, we are already in the society.
Thank you very much. We have a number of programs. One, religious training and psychological counseling. 2, educational programs. 3, trade training programs, 4 agricultural programs. All these programs are things we take immense through for them to, they say that the devil finds work for idle hands. So we engage them, they receive these trainings, and all these work together to ensure, say, by the time they are leaving, they are changed persons. And let me add that your programs should be compulsory. So what we do is to sensitize them and those who are willing and ready to enroll. And to be better, I say, he didn't submit himself to any of the training programs.
He didn't submit himself?
Yes.
It be basa.
Oh, yes. We can say, I know, sir.
No, hold on. No, was submitting on, and now Mona was a Moyane and She. Say Omunina submit to the programs because
that is
part
what,
of the
that is what we
correctional
do. That is what we
process.
Do conscientization. So for them to appreciate what is there for them, so that they will willingly and freely enroll.
To move
you don't have to.
Money optional.
We can say, you say my dear body, and I yet you must. As we can say, because of centers, and I was in school. And I will force him to school.
But the point is that we will correct you more bois, I'm more reform. And is that not the point?
And in the framing of our mandate, say, whenever practicable, undertake the reformation and rehabilitation, it shall be the duty of the Ghana Prison Service to ensure the safe custody and welfare of prisoners. And whenever practicable, undertake the reformation and rehabilitation. Wrong. And the reformation and rehabilitation is there. But we can't force the person if he is not willing to submit himself.
And yet by force, optional or a dear partner, mopache. What does it really mean?
So, that is why we have varied programs. In the sense, say, umpe we are, ube pebi. Umpe we are, ube pe the other one. This will be honest or say, all of those me, I don't want to be part of it. It becomes difficult.
So in a situation like that, what do you do?
For instance, say the religious activities. So we say me in Pesemako Asoria, in Pesemako Mosca,
in Pesemisuan San Yuma.
Can you do another?
What were you day? And the end, typically, only a circumstance. Typically, only a corniana the end way.
It depends on the person's sentence. The person has been convicted, sentenced to a number of years of imprisonment. He had labor.
It is animal. It is animal. Beshana copy say or best the sentence. Once I be deep money, it will krumana.
Obeying had labor, no, and all those things come together to transform persons.
You mean the hard labor, no?
It can also transform persons.
Kwambeso. Oh, the kodo ekoswe nia mako secondary school be yebubu nia. Are you not rather making the person more hardened?
And you obia nepe sayjumano. And so obey so a person obey on his own accord, in his own with his own free will. But who shena eya na yedi.
What's in your obia nepe?
Yeah.
Meaning say you will be on also pay.
Oh yeah, there are people who like certain types of jobs. Until the man and any problem.
And impusuno. And sisano. Said you sit here now,
and he likes it, so he doesn't have a problem.
So how is that a correctional measure?
And American say, "Ubia, yeah, what for soon say, unko yes, I because of the bonny what they know, you know." This one say pay, because of the bonny what or obeyant, you know. That is another way of what changing him, because he knows say, because of what I did, I've been compelled to do this. So, and if I don't want to go and do that thing again, that means I shouldn't do what I did before I came in.
But what's the guarantee? Say, and only to be correct to what's the guarantee? I mean, say options now are providing in or cast one pet, and he falls on the default option, which is say engage him or her in hard labor. Now, what's the guarantee? Say a bedmananya and sakrayebi and I say correction me.
We have the experience to show, say, some of them out of those things have also been transformed. and others because of the program they have submitted themselves in. They have reformed. Yeah, we have the examples.
Are there instances, because all of us are within the news media, and I'm sure someone's what to be say prison officers need be crumpled to be kwajepa said this piece of land magic ajihusika na wakoshe emrantie ya almost sentence no wakoshe omukutupa like forcing them say omonkoye say adwuma no yewia na wo hu say money is be exchange hands. How's the person likely to see that process as a form of correcting him or her?
Sir, you were prison labor.
And she on back on kutupa. And money be more hardened.
Say, you didn't acquire jumanti.
No. Say, prison officer, allegedly, akwaje a piece of land. Say, look, mumra, wabra wajisigo. Say, mumra, na yanko doso. And I mean, there are instances where I've heard this story somewhere. Prison office, prisoners, say bimu timiko whatever monies might have exchanged hands, and you are there forcing the person to do this hard labor. Are you not rather hardening the person?
You were regulated prison labor. For instance, what me about say, me per se, inmate number ejuma way mami. The officer in charge and whoever is in charge, but Mao prison officer a escorter or the umbeko akoyejumano. Aba. Na sikana ubetiano ebeko back to the prison account.
And go prison officer no. Are you saying that there are no instances?
Say obi yes sir, that is unauthorized.
Prison officer beyond your contract we are paying.
It is not. It doesn't have to be happen. If it happens, it's unauthorized. If it happens, it's unauthorized. And we a prison inmate now prison officer be edu fast and quiet. So all you need to do is to report to the administration.
Inmate no?
Yes.
Economists no be report.
Oh. Say who evidence to show say ejuma na okoye no. If I say
evidence no obi
let me give you an example.
Of evidence
let me give you an example. Ebia, the one in charge of labor, akachi say mu ko akwan we hu akoye akodoho na escort na odi wo ko no ko isa adwuma no we maybe 1 hour we no instead so odi wo back no odi wa ko fa ba bifufu a you should know say he is taking you on a different tangent.
I get that too, but
so I mean this you can report it.
Obi prison no better no say ye dem ko ba bifufu. I mean routes ni ba bi o mbeko no ade ya ka kire mo dada na
ya ka kire.
O sa
yeah.
Say yes, it's a route now. Interesting. Okay. That it's amazing. I mean, messages are all over on this point I want to make it. But the here on the state of prisons, a woman, a fiancé project, Wabra Yekasafa prison reforms. Yasha Tibia image, a woman video, and the Pessia not yet the casting be. So we win him how say. Yes, we win him.
I can't.
No, but this is the state. The prisons need be warm.
I can't tell which particular prison it is.
We a yarn biao, a biao more a yom hui. Now, or share a diner or munina at them, but your young come back. Now you share diner or demono. And ne tibia womb. Sa tibia way. So who firma. Better not correct you.
These are some of the challenges. Congestion, a challenge back home. And a number of strategies have been put in place. You can say, as we speak now, we have all remand inmates and convicts in one facility. For instance, in Saum. And this is a complete remand structure. As I say we are. Now it becomes operationalized. All remand inmates will be moved there. And see, that would reduce the congestion. 2, me assure say what the intervention at the Church of Pentecost are making. They are on board providing us with 5 camp prisons, one of which has already been commissioned at Ejura. All these will come together to reduce.
Neno, how significant is it to dealing with congestion? Yeah, home for you, TV issue.
Oh, it will go a long way because before the COVID period, we're doing around 15,000 inmates.
Before COVID?
Before COVID.
Now what you say?
15,000 inmates across the country.
The 15,000,
the various prisons, as I mentioned.
A dime back could be
45.
45 no. A dime back could be nipa say in a home.
It depends on the kind of dime we have the cubicle type of cells and the dormitory types of cells.
The impa and a dorsal cubicle and as a dormitory. Dormitory no eswana iswa.
It's like a normal room. Yeah.
Look at the normal room.
Like let's say like
our studio.
Oh yeah, some are as big as this. Yes.
But extra ten. And I said,
in some cases, a few are a bit bigger than this.
Sano nipa say ne ya
60.
Nipa 60.
50. Yeah.
What you the home?
That is why you will find some are on beds, others are lying down because if you have the beds, not all the beds can go in there. Not all of them can have beds. Yeah. And
so I think
this video was taken about 8 years ago. So as I said, things are improving. Maybe if I finish, you would understand me better. As we speak now, with the various interventions, including some amnesties granted by the president, we are doing 13,000 as of today, 13,217.
Because amnesty granted by president, so said the Yana I mean, there's a new every holiday.
And then with the COVID situation, there were some considerations also for those who were almost, due for their release, for them to be released, on compassionate grounds, because they have done the greater part of their sentence, and also to ease the congestion. Yeah. So
as Uncle for you, safe some between site in Afra. I mean, you correct. Go through the correctional system. No ye, ABBI kama.
Exactly.
I'll be to my sure.
Since yesterday, COVID 2020 March, how many times have you heard say the president has released almost about 2,000 inmates? How many times have you heard say ex-convict to be acquitted?
The facts are more monitor. It will be difficult for me to even check.
No, I'm telling you that when the police arrest, when the police arrest somebody and the person is an ex-convict, they are able to tell.
CSP, when you meet,
and there have been several occasions that they actually came out to say
when you meet your colleagues,
an ex-convict.
When you meet your colleagues from other countries, now more calm system, they say they sit here to the sense of more monitoring mechanism. And yeah, now Ghana Nina also work a similar system. Who aim this and mobile ensure say there's reformation and correction. Yana Pim will say, how do you feel about it? And then they even have a monitoring system.
The feeling is we shall get there one day.
What does that mean? We've been getting there. Yeah. That been 64 years. I know you guys don't engage in politics, but I want you to be blunt with us.
Do you know how many years has taken those countries you're mentioning to get there?
Their story is different from ours.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Exactly. So we shall also get
there.
So
with the hindsight, with the hindsight of what they are able to do, we cry a privilege. No money examples we are anywhere. I'll meet video more say, they want to tour my way and ask my way. But we ankasa and you know what they do. So why can't we do it now?
So that is an example that we can also get there one day.
What the ensure brofuni di bi kakra. Ensure kakra. Ensure brofuni di kakra. Na ensure said ye hwe ba bi omudidi. Enti say na ye horo omudidi, ba bi omudidi say na tie. CSP. Bia your inmates no omudidi say na hot here.
No, it's not like this. It can't be like this.
What?
It can't be like this. You know it.
What is wrong with ours?
This is better than ours.
Why?
I'm sure this is from a developed country, right? Ghana is not a developed country, is it?
What are we?
A developing country, I should say. We are developing.
Who's to
blame? They are already developed. Ghana as a nation is to blame. You are part and part.
At the end of my day, I was why. Catch me.
One, we are sure, say, we no. Say, oh, Juma be. I say, Obi, every prison by as an ex-convict crampona. No, so Pejuma, on better media man, so on ye. The best, said the way, is a better me a conano. Uti hey, say, me are down for crampona, say, Upa so my Juma be not, Obiaba catches, eh, or she not and run crying, I mean, on free prison by ya. One shall said, you want to come in more of you. It
didn't see the man for drinks, sir.
The stigma.
Why does the stigma exist?
People think, say, once you have gone into prison, it means you are a bad person.
I didn't see that man for drinks, sir.
Maybe a mentality.
Mentality the free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That notion say, so be a bibina say, yeah, so you rot in prison. Yes, and can.
I'm for prison. I'm for prison. I'm for prison. At the end of the and I said, the end of the day, dancers say they don't go there to rot. Tell me.
Oh, the
pictures we've seen and what you've told us. At the end of the day, people do not go to Ghanaian prisons to rot.
We have examples of inmates Omako prison, Aba Outer, our Omuye Omokasamu Juma, Omudi Juma. Like, I mean, they have settled themselves and they are doing pretty well. What percentage is it saying? I don't have the statistics to give you.
No, one casa the one casa who ye percentage. And I said, oh, and
I make can say, for instance, looking at our 2018 annual report, quote recidivism at 4.5%. They say, Omo ye release one in that year, no. Omo Masa, the previous year, Omo Masa about prison, just 4%. Let's just say, how much percent was the number that didn't come back again? Just like Eco School. Now say, the number that goes back for remedias is far more than the number that are able to continue education. I just say, the school is not doing well.
Okay.
Maybe the greater majority are able to continue their education. They don't have to go to resit. That means that school is doing well. Is that not what we say?
That's what we say. And usually it's dependent on school crowd. Sometimes we are tempted to say private schools here, they are public school. Why? Because facilities, because of the kind of help our munya. So in this case, there are two pictures I have. Yeah, free a developed country, and at the free Yankasa mine Ghana. Sound for you, me and you are here to see a mood dear him, and I'll be to me do nurse or pedia. What's free fish and net? We a year Kasama for penny Emma Ghana prison service or my Ghana Dawa commercial. A mood dear him, I'll be to me a monocre. A mood dear, I'll be to me a correctional facility, a best correct an inmate, a member society no cry and breeze, you know.
So a developed country, then I share no. I don't know. Say me cry me say Sabio we did bonus a demi koha. And my dream so much. When in this country when people were pronounced guilty from court and they from then on they became sick. Because of what they know they are going to face. It may not happen in situations like that. When I know, say at least I'll have some facilities at my disposal, you know, that I can also use. That is why as a country we also need to aspire to get there.
Aspiration me bahu sisi enti ubajia tumu say the current system na ye wono we director of public relations wo Ghana Prison Service no eye enkwasumu na mode amanfo atumu ana say mo correct amanfo ubajia tumu say enkwasumu na mode amanfo atumu eye inmate no
ye correct amanfo.
Are they not in slavery?
No.
Would you describe this as slavery?
No, they are in confinement but not in slavery.
No, to be omu said you must see day, be omoda, dormitories in Nipadua, omushem.
We would have used to give them
ventilation
facilities.
Baby omudidie, okrawajia tum say enye. Enye nkwasumu.
Debbie, what can say menu nya?
Na dey, me use word be, what that me?
Confinement.
Confinement,
yes. Confinement, you say you are away from your home. You can see your family as and when you wish. Those privileges are taken away from you. You are confined.
It will be
as you are not into slavery.
Kafre will be a special yadi be. That is not to tibia we mwa. You could not be kuno. You will not be.
That is why we have measures in place. We have clinics. Some of them have been upgraded to hospitals now. And then we have infirmaries. It is a health issue. These are the places we can take you to. And if there's any case that is beyond the capacity of these facilities, then they are referred to government hospitals for further management.
What do you call clinic, government hospital? Now, sound the number 2 tibia we mwa. And then why no?
But say who turn say or you're not meant to say that's okay. He can cope.
Young call a normal ususu say you beat me the correct system no. Umucheme, DNA.
One, expansion and modernization of our prison structures. Most of our prisons, as we speak, have not been purpose-built. Some of them were colonial relics, former military armories and other things that were just converted into prisons. So they were not constructed with the purpose of all the things that have to go
colonial relics colonial relics are not just say nkwasumu no mu.
There be also in Kwasum
colonial relic here.
Said the colonial structures that were used for other purposes.
And colonial structure.
You remember we had
colonial structure.
What other purposes? Asher Fort and James Fort. Those were forts.
What other purposes?
They were used for prisons for them back.
For prisons.
But
what kind of prisoners?
Say again.
What kind of prisoners were there?
We have categories of offenses we used to determine which facility you should go. In those days, yes.
In those days. And we are still using those facilities.
Imprisonment.
Correctional center.
Imprisonment is for two, or more functions. One is punishment.
Yes.
Let's not take it away.
Yes.
Punishment is part of it.
Yes.
Retribution.
Yes.
So that you pay for the sin or the crime you committed.
Yes.
And then, whilst being there, you change from your criminal conduct to become a better person. So the punishment bit of it is not taken away.
No, but
that is why.
But having that at the back of your mind, I know actually JBA anyone. Semitie one kasa definition what you my any adwin po edam utirima and then say image be koda ho a mo bebenso mo person mo duru say you correct what you are.
Exactly.
Etitebia ya wodami colonial relic ya wodami e betima correct no.
Correct. But we can do better.
What's a colonial relic?
Yes.
Sabre near the train call for us. Sabre na brofo the train aso.
So you see, you can have a structure. That structure can be used for a classroom, for teaching purposes. That same structure can be used for a classroom. You are getting it? And the fact say I've come into a classroom to do a church program doesn't mean that I'm running a school. Isn't it? And the fact say a colonial relic used for slavery purposes, no, they use for prison, no, and no interest say the inmates are in slavery.
Okay, make us see about normal ye being but any kind and put more the current leadership of Ghana Prison Service to strict proof. Mobile, and of course I've known you for a very long time. I mean, back in the day, and I'm more proud of radio near Casapa. Now. Obey a penny or one penny for or my best neck or more dash or one of my juma. A dear pan of my ya, and then sacra ye. A dear damun in Amakumaso because you interact with your colleagues from other parts of the world. And to say the Nana Kaji is here, Winya Yanka Ghana Tibiano, Sanity, Tidiana Maye, and the Assistant Tibiano.
Yes, was a time now, ye Casana will come. Yes, was an Ebiana, a Kafu maximum security prison, never. So that is one. For expansion, Ankafu maximum security prison has been built. And they are launching a 10-year strategic development plan. A number of thematic areas have been
The good crate, my boy.
Exactly. I go so ye nin kakra.
Moye. You want crate, mono dear na moye.
Modernization of our prison system, modernization of our agricultural activities. Time and I work on, they need tractor bakumpo. Actually, we can boast of at least 5 tractors we are using in our agricultural activities. And a number of things are being done. Time and I work on the kind of facility that the Church of Pentecost has put in place now.
That's how they know mine. That was 2013 or something.
And a number of things are being done gradually. We wish we could move much faster, but we are dealing with what we have.
Budgetary allocations say the sikeme mama ye bambo nyuma kuna ya say pa no de bremo. Okay, if I this here say no de bremo.
I am not an account person, so that
because we kasa for normal say o meboa.
But I don't need those details.
In here, budgetary allocation here na somo.
It can never be, and I'm not sure any government agency can say it gets, enough from government. All of us are looking into the same kitty. Just at home, if your children are many, you share, according to their needs and what you have, isn't it? And this they are buying one. I remember our doors are always open. Come on board. Let's improve our prison system. So that tomorrow, you never know when you find yourself at the wrong side of the law.
CSP, I don't think that one being here say maybe a lines, and me per se ye kase ye litmus test. Na ye test the system. No said ye catch them no. Yampa na say yampa. So I don't want to use that word. What could that a fiase pain? Then you are. I would tie share ya. No crack to say the CSP canon. Say, O God there fiase no. Ye identity be wura umu. Emma wunya adwen sakra bi enne. What there one say, we now society na wabra Emma wutrim da. Say boni a wo ye nam so nti a wo ko prison no. Unya biu. And I say we ni mo bia. Ono so akoda afiase da wa fa system here CSP aka wanse mi oni akono wasesa na the CSP akan wa bra wo hwe etie epemo sen 0204 155 888 and after 0204 155 944 CSP. Let's do this. It's very important. Just want to get the views of the people. First caller about hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Manyanity, yes, sir, what the fiase pain. Sir, Udin.
Hello.
Mr. Manyanity, yes, sir, and Manyanity, yes, sir, what the fiase pain. Now, we say Udin the same. Actually, no. 0204 155 888. And at 0204 155 944. May sure some person will board. So, what ye obi a wada fiase pen na oba ahoma no so na person will board ya. Catch a producer on alert me. Na ye de wato so. Na yate onka. Ye ne CSP courage acham. And our one kasama for penny pa Emma Ghana Prison Service. Tebia ye prisons in the city no. And no one come on a menino me no air and no cre. Say wo ko da fiase na. And tetiye ne normal hodo a obefem no. Ebetima mo anya adwen sakra bi na your society no de na ebetima ye sada be ya ebetimi ene o matena. Hello, good evening. Ahomana ase ni mo aye 0204 155 888 and 0204 155 944. CSP ye nto ankomo no so wabra calls na ba no me pause at point na fe ma call lines no so na me ne ahwefo no bi edi nkomo na ye hwe enoma he has a line. So, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good evening. My name is Woodin and a baby Akasefri.
Hello.
Good evening. Woodin and a baby Akasefri.
Yeah, my name is Jackson.
Jackson, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Accra.
Let's hear you on air.
I'm calling from Accra.
Jackson, you're on air. Go ahead.
Yeah, a friend of mine went to prison for 7 years, and came back. Hello,
Jackson.
One talk with him. Like he wanted to commit additional crimes because he said he's not comfortable with his life.
It's
a lot of prison, and he sees the prison as hell on earth.
It's difficult getting what Jackson is saying, but hello, good evening.
Hello.
Within baby Akasa free.
Malik.
So within baby Akasa free.
Malik.
Malik yetio. Malik, go ahead, yetio. I dance. Hey, me am dancing for me now. Malik yetio ah.
I'm not doing some kind of way. I
beat you.
I almost said, Susan, I'm coming as I'm 2 years to time and made this out. 2 years to time ahead. It's almost like I've been as one prison. And your mama gave you prisoners enough. And that's one.
And no more best, sir.
She said, officers, to maintain their mind. So, she's a man who must say, when you're home, message in Guardia, I'll pack you more time. Over the crime justice, never will you, Suscana. My one, must I be able to do almost a local. Losing, I answer to ask you, and if I may be them. I mean, that bonus 10 rooms only to me like local. We have got the phenomenon of Wakosha, we have got the phenomenon of Wakosha 4 months, 3 months. Only Wakosha, how many I get you on the day, type C. I'm as more prison.
Okay. All right. Me that say, Mama call for frost on tentem. If it's a brand new car, no. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
What does so? Udina baby Akasa free.
Yeah, please. I'm calling from north.
You're calling from the northern part of Ghana. Where in the north are you calling us from?
I'm currently in Savannah. That's Damango.
Okay, your name and go ahead with your point.
Yeah, but I want to agree with the DAC what he says. I have a brother who has been to the prison before. But looking at now, his life has been changed completely. And to his own was that he fought with somebody and he was being prison. He was being sent to prison before. So I agree with you. He meant a handwork by weaving and other things.
All right, very well. You've made your point. Thank you very much. Let's move to the next caller. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Udina baby Akasefri. Yetio. Kwasuni yetio.
But so my point that you know the business to do on so muko prison da. Ubonze ente ya hayi no ubonze bu onu ma ya jeri no about 7 years. Another be 10 years. But who onu ma ubonze nipa no ente be 1 year and say 2 years. Once was standing among Patamon, Nete, and try a better no prison honum now obey education. I was here to do honum. Nanka Pia or Media Noyas Mano. Your mother came doing a young answer train without from no year no qua. Within your journey 7 years and not 10 years, I won't say within 1 year. Now, what I will put them on and I want to that. And to the train up, opinion no air can, oh, maybe
Okay.
But the same thing for the Sunday.
Mateo point and I say, Mammy call for so a baby and be nothing. Hello, good evening.
Why is that?
Mr. Udina, baby, I can free.
Me pacho me di me me bon me pacho me tape me start ama.
Iti obuza.
Me pacho e vai me tape me di start na me.
Bisa asem no yetio.
Me pacho officer no ose o me di me ko ganka. Na omma prisoner ni ya we me tape me di say no kwe no kanana.
Obozo who said your can no crana. Eja no cre. Or yes or no. No cre. CSP. Say mudi omo call ganga as in mudi omo call outer. Momo mu mia kra. Mudi omo call no cre. Ye okano. Sanity.
Generally, they will let you know, say, you are going out to work.
Okay. Generally, they will let you know, say, you are going out to work. Hello? I mean, so we're free line or so. My main messages ni bia yen sa kana so. Yefa last caller na yene ne kasa. Hello, good evening. Udina baby akasa free. Mr. Yetio.
Okay. Mr. Fred, my office
Why aware said a mobile fraud? Mobile phone fraud. A cost to prison. Okay, good. A honor me perceive about pa. But I say, sir complaints here bay. Ba. Aman some bibri na ba. Say prisons one crap prisons prison fiase one. Hona bonia kese pra koso. Say mobile to say the abranti kind mobile phone fraud. If you cry it mean and say and obi the re ako prison. Yeah, and I'm sure so we're dealing with cases like that before now. We use somehow when that.
Yeah, it's a challenge. Generally, we refer to them, all of them, as contrabands. Mobile phone is not a crime in this country to possess.
Was it mobile phone fraud?
But yes, even to possess mobile phone, possession of mobile phone in the prison, according to our prison regulations, it's an offense. For all these reasons, yes, sir, obi and a prisoner because of mobile phone, let me add a fraud.
Hey, Ben, say, head in a prison, see me, mobile phone fraud.
Let me right from prison, let me Eddie. Because of communication, organizing another group outside, that is why we don't allow them to have access to phones.
And is it not strange? How's that even possible? So prisoners pay a mobile phone fraud.
Once the person has the phone, he can use it for anything.
Oh.
And I would admit, say, we have a big challenge dealing with mobile phones in our prisons. And you know what? It's not only in Ghana. Even developed countries has that challenge. Recently, I was watching a video where they were even delivering contrabands with drones in advanced countries. Yes. And the contrabands is always a challenge. As we speak, the whole country, across the 45 prisons that we have, we don't have a single scanner in any of them.
Hey!
I'm telling you.
It will be a BDB.
We don't have a single scanner.
How?
That is one challenge.
For how long?
For
how long has it been like that? Say, you need single scanner.
We've never had.
Hey!
So as long as the prison system started, we never had a scanner. That is one. And say will be DBB the system one. We do manual search. And you will agree with me, say it's not everything that is in somebody's system that you can do manual search. So be the two crash and one and cash and one. Without scanner, how do you determine that something that is within the person's body or system?
Interior minister himself, interior ministers of my best or my moon penny for my best in community side away.
Don't have a single scanner.
You also sabde with him.
Don't have a single scanner. That is one.
One of Musu Acheno.
Ghana for who can be. It can't be. Because prison ye.
And I do a banner more honor.
Ejuma Bebre.
No, we need scanner.
Yeah.
So how are you correcting them?
So you have to use all the wits around you to to be able to detect. I'll tell you a typical example.
Yes.
There was this, plastic bottles are allowed in our prisons. It's glass bottles that are not allowed. Some people, normally we have the plastic bottle one. There was an instance where somebody came into our prison to visit a friend. He has Tampico bottle like this. At the top here, you see Tampico. If you want to smell it, it's Tampico. Down here is Tampico. Tampico has a label here. It took the officer said, engineer to determine, said, there was something suspicious. You know what? The guy actually compartmentalized the bottle. The bottom here is Tampico, the top here is Tampico. In between here, mobile phones starched into polythene.
Wow.
So if you are not, crafty enough, if you are not meticulous enough, you allow this to go in. I said, what? Tampico, that is mobile phone that has gone in.
Okay, Mama Kinka messages in the message will say, good evening to you, Prince, and we guess, Yamisha Monin Command Moody and then you may Peppa Omega Toss. I say, thank you very much for the conversation. Daniel Free say, adding to your prisons, etesa. Amuzu Emmanuel say, the man on your program was my senior at St. Mary Training College some 20-something years ago. Mount Mary, okay. Mount Mary Training College some 20-something years ago. Please, bizarre questions, baby. Why? Man, when say no, mommy, Daniel Free say, there's no government in Ghana. Why? My brother, the system has neglected every institution with the exception of parliamentarians. God will our leaders. On also message our the band. We say, Busani say, COVID-19 by ye. At the end, she said, nobody at work. Inmates, no, Omu use sanitizers, EB. Omu use social distance, America.
Yeah.
But well, Omotata to say, better no my social distancing.
COVID-19 by any straight away, no, yeah, say, social distancing, and yeah, to me, possible. And our focus has been on prevention. And I can say that up till now, no, we have not recorded a single case within any of our prisons. All the cases we have had so far are imported cases. Imported cases in the sense that new ones say they want ban and a binuma tested positive. And one major measure prison be put in place in this we have designated 7 key prisons mainly for new admissions. So the if you come in today and you have the
another case about recording imported.
Yes.
It is obi from one. So of course, any the way I must sit here or prisons when I say of course
and American.
Yeah, then you be from Montana Abana.
And American. And until a prison admission are designated 7 prison facilities are only for new admissions. So the number will be lesser. And then 2.
So you can say lesser numbers are patches, figures.
Say, like in some, for instance, we have over 3,500 inmates there.
And then lesser no.
Until Debbie, until with the all new admissions occur in Sawama. That's a Obi-Wobia. You can easily spread among them. So those designated 7 facilities, only new admissions. There were all the old ones that were there have been evacuated to other facilities. So that all those ones are only new ones. In case of any case, you're able to me sorting it out quickly. And that has been one major measure prison administration put in place with other stakeholders.
New facilities, and I said new Kofona or Mobana Modomoko, Miami Afofrono. A honor numbers in it to say.
Oh, because they are only for new admissions. And now, okay, so say, Chief Justice, she should be by say, the courts should see how to sit in order not to congest our prisons and say, and also those places are not congested. I can say for sure.
CSP, the Jumedian need see, but what's a made trap for? Would a candy a dawa commercial, a gunner for bompire, Yabobia Mamwai. And I say, yes, be free mampenyua, yet the account, yes, free no amam. At the end of Dama commercial.
The American say, as a nation, we don't seem to be paying the needed attention to our prison system. And you see, say, a mind be new development. It lies in the way the vulnerables are treated. The prisons form a major component of the vulnerable. And if we tout ourselves with all our democratic credentials, now say your prison system, we will not get there. I think, sir, we need to pay much more attention to our prison system. I will quickly want to, end by giving you this puzzle. If you have 3 sons with different skills, the first one is good at going to the forest, gathering fruits and food and bring you to enjoy. But his challenge is that once there are wild animals in the forest, he's not able to go into the forest. The second one has the talent of going to the forest, catch the wild animals so that the first one can go into the forest. His limitation is that after catching the animals, he doesn't know where to keep them. The third one has the talent of, once the wild animal is arrested or caught and brought to him, he's able to keep it safe, tame it, so that even if he goes out, it doesn't go to harm the people anymore. Which of these 3 of your sons would you say is more important to you?
Would the Jubilee House be able to answer this puzzle? CSV, do I say? Shout. CSV courage attempt, and I end the treaty in command anyway. Or on the customer for penny Emma Ghana Prison Service. XYZ tonight, Yedi see. Ibeshia Ukwada. Good night.